Alright, welcome back guys for more Outworld Station. And I did a little bit of work over here at Asteroid Belt 2. Station is using stored power. That's a problem. What does it take to upgrade these? Oh, heavy frames. Great. You're not getting heavy frames. You're getting a new one. I was kind of worried about this being a problem, but it wasn't a problem when I did it, so I let it go. Alright, let's see if that takes care of the power problem. How are we on power? Max is 3502, producing 3650. We should be good. So, what I did was put in more of another set of these, basically, for making our heavy frames. And I don't know that we have enough super alloy. I'm probably going to have to put in way more things making super alloy, which we'll deal with that after we get this next part done. How are we doing on tokens? Oh, we've got a while. Okay. So, we need 50 heavy frames, which we have. So, let's get this delivered. And now that gives us our advanced base machinery, so smelters and matter printers.
Smelters and Mark III matter printers have now been unlocked. These can process raw materials into usable metals and other materials at a higher rate for less power consumption, increasing the efficiency of your factory.
Okay, so now our final thing is we need to get Cerberus Beachhead. So we need to make archers, lifters, and interceptors, and they need to be armed. Now, I still
had no contact from the mission sent to the lava planet Cerberus, so we have no choice but to make sure that any future operations sent to this area can defend themselves against hostile threats.
Which we're working on. I do have 516 missiles sitting here, and we have another 250 sitting in there, but we do not have any warheads. So let's go ahead and quickly make a thing for making warheads, which should be in production. We need a few more heavy frames to do that. And we need some composites. We should have some heavy frames in here. Don't know if that's going to be enough yet. Let's look and see. I definitely need to put in... Yep, that was enough. Alright, so now we want this to make warheads. And we want this to be linked to that. And we should have our stuff coming in here, which needs to go there. And then we need to link these guys up to this. One of them should be plenty. We shouldn't need more than that. And then that will get us more of those. And we should be good. So, let's start looking at what we need to make. So, archers. Are those constructed at medium? Constructed at medium. Okay, so the stratos we can do in this one. Okay. and we need 100 of them. Wait a minute, can't we do, yeah, shit, 25, 35, 70, 80, 90, there's 100. And we should have everything coming in that needs. All right, and then it needs to go from there into here, and then that needs to be linked to here, and then that's already linked out to there. And it only needs 1 missile launcher ammo. So that will be perfectly fine. We're getting all 100 of those out relatively quickly. So while it works on that, we'll go to the medium shipyard and we'll put in the lifter, and we'll get 25 of these in here. And then we need 25 of the archer. Okay, so that's what we need. Now the heavy frames is going to be our major issue because we do not have many of them. So I'm going to have to do some work on getting more of those made because we need 15 of them per, and we need 50 basically because we need them for both of them. Everything else I think we're okay with. We'll see. And yeah, these are getting... This one is not armed. This must be one we already had sitting here. So let's drop it in there. And now this is getting fueled. And it should have plenty of fuel, so should have plenty of time. We could upgrade it. That's going to take more frames. I didn't even realize we had those that could then be upgraded. And I believe the other one can go the other way. Yeah, that should be plenty to get that full. Alright, so while it works on that, what? Oh, that's not good. Okay, so while that's doing its thing over there, I think we're going to work on making more super alloy over here. And we can always send it over from that other one as well. From the new place, but we've got plenty of tungsten here. And we have plenty of titanium. So that shouldn't be a problem. We are going to have to do some more power, that's for sure. We'll go ahead and get 2 more of these put in here. How we're doing over here. That one's going in to get fueled. It's got plenty of fuel there. Where is that That one's only got 2 minutes left. Whoa, put him down. Stop picking him up. He's got 2 minutes. Trying to look in here, yes. Doofus. Oh yeah, it needs 1500. That's right. Okay. So now it's done. And I may want to upgrade that. For sure. But it's going to be a little bit before it gets ready for a next one because of the problem that we're working on over here. So I'm just going to sit here and upgrade these for a bit and see what we can do to get more of these out here, because it almost looks like we have enough. Got 83 in that one, we got 84 in that one. Yeah, see, this one doesn't have 12 and it's ready to start, and neither does that. So yeah, I'm gonna work on getting these done and I'll be back. All right, we got a couple problems. One, these were not linked to here, so we have a bunch of them over here that are not done, so we need to get that done. We also have managed to get these churning out fast enough that we don't have enough fueling, because this one has 4 minutes, because it only had like 6 minutes when it left there. So we most definitely need to get this upgraded. So we need 10 of those so we can get this upgraded. To see, that one is ready to be fueled. He's gonna have to go over here, which has almost no fuel in it, because again we have the whole pipe problem. Wait a minute, that says flow rate. We don't have enough fuel coming in. Okay, we've got tons here. We got tons sitting in there. This is going into there, which should be going out into here. Why does that say 0? Well, we can fix that. Yes. I know why it's saying 0, because that one is at 0. So we need to get this fuel bypassed up to here somehow, and hopefully we don't lose any more ships in trying to do this. We're gonna do that. So that should send us more fuel over to here. I'm hoping. Not only says it's getting 98. Why is it saying it's only, because that's coming from this one and that one. That one says 102. That says 84. Why is it? Do I need to make a dedicated line to these things? Is that what our problem is? How much is in this one? Not very much, but better than the other one. Let's just throw him over there. Because this has 3,000 in this tank. I just need to get some of those heavy. I need to get like 10 heavy frames, some computers, and some nano tubing. That's doing the big guys right now. I should probably stop this. Yeah, let's turn that off for the moment till we get this problem fixed. I had the same type of issue last time, and I still haven't quite worked this out yet. Alright, let's go back over here. So I did get a couple more of those in, but it looks like now we're having issues with frames. We're having issues with frames because we're having issues with carbon. Though I did send, yeah, we've got a lot of carbon there. It looks like we're just not getting the carbon into there fast enough from here. So we need to upgrade this as well to a tier 3 so we can send out faster. That's our problem. Also, we're not getting enough fuel into these that I had to put in, and we're full of fuel here. So we're just not sending through this pipe fast enough. So I need to send a pipe around the back way, I think, to fix that issue. But we're doing fine on power, so I'm not real worried about that at the moment. Now, we do have, I believe, yeah, that's going out pretty quick. That's empty, but I believe the next one's coming in. Say we could go back to just, that's not very much it brought in though. I was gonna say we could go back to doing it the old way of just running the titanium, but I'm pretty sure we have all the titanium. Yeah, we have all the titanium mined up here. Why does that? Okay, so the carbon freighter's sitting there waiting. Alright, I think we might actually just have to go to the other place and send super alloy over from here. Because we're literally not using this place. I think we actually have super alloy being made, but where is it going? Into the hub. Because of course it is. Okay, so where is this connected to? This is connected to Glacialis, because that's where it's getting its fuel. So let's make another one, which we need some more computers. So let's just go back here. Particle storm, low on power, don't care. That's probably an old one that still has solar panels, because I keep forgetting to upgrade them. Oh, I'm literally 2 nano. Go away. That, how are we doing over here? I need to deal with getting these armored when this is not doing it, but there's not a whole lot of time that they're not doing it. But I guess at some point they'll run out. Alright, so now we should be able to do this. So this. And then we need to go back to here. And before we do this, so we don't have a power problem, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we need more nanotubes. I expected that would be the case. Oh, that's too long. Okay. Well, we can do an intermediate, that's fine. So there, there, there. And then those have plenty. Those have plenty. Those have plenty. Those have plenty. So it's only these three up here that are having the issue. But we should be able to send it in through right there. So we put an intermediate, and then go ahead and put one there as well. So we'll go here to there, there to there, there to there, and then this one into here. And now that should up the amount that goes through those, which means these should start going up on fuel, which they are. All right, so that takes care of that issue. So now they have enough fuel. So now we'll get another wormhole down here, which we need some frames. And we'll connect this one back to here. So now, if we go back over here, we can connect this up to there. And that can start sending our super alloy in over there, which will probably make up this a bunch, but then we've got to worry about if we have enough power. And I just went to the wrong one. So now we can connect this up to all of these that need super alloy. And I'll go ahead and throw all of those in there that we already had made up. Now that should help us get a lot more of those frames and things done. And now we have plenty of these. So now we just need some nanotubes. And let's upgrade this to a Mark III or Mark II. Now it can hold a lot more. So now let's turn this back on. And now it should get filled much quicker. And it's got everything it needs except for a couple of those, so I'll give it a couple of them. So I want to see this fill. Yeah, it's got 1,200 in it right now, and it needs 15. Let's see how fast it actually... Yeah, it looks like it fills way quicker. But the problem is that this is not getting filled fast enough, even with 2 tanks sitting out here with 3,000. It doesn't even look like it's... Did I put a pipe in here? Did I forget a pipe? Oh, it looks like it's got a pipe. I can't tell. There's a pipe there, but there's definitely not a pipe there. Where do you... Oh, does this have 2 inputs? Can't afford. Oh, I'm used every last nanotube I had. Okay. Give me more nanotubes. I just forgot to put the pipe in here. Also didn't realize it now has 2 inputs on that side. That's nice. Alright, so now it should fill much faster. So it might be a good idea to take that tank out of back there. To be able to put 2 different pipes in there. But I also think that we want to start refining more hydrogen here, because this tank is going down but very slowly. This one's going down but very slowly. So I think we might want to start doing some more refining of hydrogen here. Anyways, I think I've got that somewhat taken care of. So I'll be back if we have any more issues. Alright, I ran into a new problem that I didn't think would ever be a problem. And that is that I'm not getting enough carbon into these matter printers, which by the way I upgraded to 2 and I put in 2 more of. But if we come look at the carbon over here, item output is 69 of 240 a minute, and there's 300 sitting there. And they're linked to there. Every one of them is linked to every one of those. So is there a bandwidth problem on the tubes? Because there's like plenty of room to go this way. Maybe. So is it just that I need more tubes? So let's try putting in a... Like if I put in one of these, they should go up that, right? Does that give them a bypass if I do this? I don't think I can put one there because this guy's here. So we're going to have to get rid of him. Which is fine because he needs to go on the outside anyways. So now will that go on a bypass past all this stuff and over to there? Because I don't think it will. Do we need to move some of these up there? Like if I copy this off and I put it up here. It's getting the carbon in. It's sending it out. And it's going that direction. So we'll just make a few more of these and hope that fixes the problem. I never thought there'd be a problem with, because these tubes don't say they have a limit on how much it can go through. Now I'm assuming that if I just built these right next to it, it would be fine. But the reason why that came up is because scramjets are not getting made quick enough. So I made a second scramjet fabricator at Mark II to make more scramjets, but I'm not getting enough carbon nanotubes to feed it. And it looks like we're finally running out of engines. We've got plenty in here, and that's linked to both of them, so we shouldn't have a problem with them. But these just aren't getting enough, and I don't quite understand why. I can understand that this pipe is really full of stuff. And it may be because we're sending so much through to the token shop that maybe they're just filling up that bandwidth. But if that's the case, why can't they reroute? And maybe we should have the ability to see, these are even filling up now. And they're not sending enough. They're not sending at their max. So I'm just wondering if putting them right next to this or moving these off to like down here would be better. But if I move them off down here, which these are completely full, but I don't think these are going to, yeah, these aren't going to the same place. I don't think these are going anywhere. I think these are just going for making these, and these are going over here to go to Glacialis, which isn't even using them. I can try linking, like link one of these up to the two of them, see if it coming from, well, it looks like they're doing better now. I just don't understand why these engines aren't getting pulled. Oh, because it isn't going there. There, now it's going there. Okay, the numbers confuse me. And it looks like we're running low on compound. So that we can fix just by upgrading these. If we get some more nanotubes. I'll see if that helps it. I did end up getting all of these that needed missiles taken care of, and we are now done with the small ones, and we are about 2/3 of the way, maybe, with the big ones, and then we just got to get the archers done. But we're still having some issue with fueling, which I did put in more refineries over here. And I'm wondering if, what do these take? These take roughly the same thing as these. Let's see. 2, 20, 15, 15, 3, 3. Okay, so these take the cloaking device thing, which I don't even know if we're making those. That might be a whole new issue. We've got shield generator, not cloaking device. Those are made in a manufactory. Well, we better check that out, because I don't think we're making those. And I don't have any super alloy on me, because of course I don't. Alright. Do we have any? We always have a little bit over here. Alright, so let's see what this is going to take. That is going to take advanced. We should be able to do this. We'll just make them here. Just connect this to here, this to here, and then I know we're making some computers here. Computers to here, and superconductors to here. And then we can send that right back through into this one. We'll have to connect all of these so we can get some of those heavy frames in there. How's our heavy frames doing? Looks like we're doing good on the super alloy now. Looks like our only major issue is these, which is carbon is our hold up there. Where are we getting the composite from these? Oh, we've got 250 just sitting right here. So let's link that to all of them. Where was it getting its composite from? Over here. Okay, so just make a few more of those. And again, we have more than enough carbon sitting in these. So that really shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it looks like we're getting enough of it in there now. Alright, well this has been a awfully long episode already. So I think we're going to make this into 2 parts. And we'll be back in the next one to finish up mission 9 here. When we get a little closer to them being done, or I end up with more issues, whichever the case may be. Hey, look, we have a Strato Interceptor sitting right here. That's one of the ones we actually need. I wonder if it's counted in that. I wonder if it's going to take this one instead of one of the other ones. What their generators are running low on power. These all are running low on fuel. That one's a little low, but not much. And that one's at 57. That one's at 19. That's at 4. And that one's empty. Alright, so we need to then do this. And send a little bit more in that backside and see if that helps. Although that says it's got 0 going through that pipe, which is a problem. Only 24 going through that one. Are we low on... Oh yeah, we ain't got nothing coming in there. And that one's going over to Glacialis, which is over here. Yeah, there's none going in there. Alright, we'll deal with this one in the next one. I'll see you then.